listens to it.
She'll offer me something like jalapeno poppers, and I go, no. The only things that I won't do are spicy food or minors.
Oh. Well, that's good policy to have.
I mean, listen, it's right in our wheelhouse.
We would hope,
That's
we would
good
hope that
policy
most
to
people have at least one of those.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about the Epstein list last episode or a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
and
Anthony's
That's
on.
awesome.
so it's definitely, a topic.
Oh, I'll talk about anything.
That's why Anthony couldn't be here that day because he got caught up on the flight.
It was a misunderstanding. It was a
Oh,
misunderstanding.
Different Anthony.
It was our friend Anthony, and it was a misunderstanding. Everything's fine now. He's been cleared of all charges, and he should be released any day now.
He was just basically the entertainment.
They should be releasing him any day.
He was towel boy.
Hey friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Kris. I have a very caveman brain. And Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts.
That was good.
You like that?
Back to back.
Listen,
Back to back.
they don't call us the hardest working show in this entire building for nothing.
That's fucking.
Okay.
I'm fired.
Hello and welcome to the Two Clouded Mind Show.
Kris just got
if
fired.
you've seen the show before, you know that Kris curses within the first 15 seconds every single episode, even though we talk about it. Welcome. Thank you.
That's honestly the only rule that I was talked about. Don't curse.
That's the only rule I told Sadie. Hey, please
you
don't
are
say
the one
F
who
word.
told her not to do it.
Please don't say the F word.
Yeah, and he does it every time.
You
The thing is, you get too excited.
I still have time. Don't
Say,
worry. I
but
can still do
you,
it.
you understand, like, my excitement. Like,
You get
we
too
really
excited.
are the hardest working podcast in New Jersey. I don't care what anybody says.
Ooh, I thought you said the whole building.
It's at least the building.
At least the building, but I'm extending it to the whole state of New Jersey.
That's bold. I like it. I like it. So, okay.
Confidence is important. It is.
It is. Yeah, you need that or you have nothing.
We're releasing every week.
Well, you have blonde hair,
You
too,
could set
so
a
there's that.
clock to our
Release schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't think I already have my post notifications on? I'm actually a good person.
You have well, wow. Now that's the way
Are you
to
kidding me?
that's the way to butter us up. You got all the right stuff going on there.
I will show you my phone. I'm not even faking this.
I appreciate that. So, okay, let's introduce our guest because we are fortunate enough to be graced with the presence of a special guest today.
Yeah.
This is Sadie.
Sadie, introduce yourself,
Yeah.
please, to our friends and families.
Just
Dude,
Well,
it's
yeah,
going to get
so that
weird.
is-
He's
man.
very-
It's-
he's
I'm
overly
already
excited.
ready for it. I'm here.
he's overly excited.
My name is Sadie, and I am an actor, and I model, and I also, have a side gig, but waitress. So today I am going to be here to give my little bit of perspective on the things that I've been through.
Nice.
In
Hell
the,
yes.
World of LA and New York, and some of the things that I've done are like Gossip Girl on HBO Max, Law and Order, a couple indie films.
You were on Law and Order?
Yeah, I got sold. Obviously, that's why I wouldn't like.
Wait,
Guess the price.
What do you mean?
You got sold.
Yeah, as a sex.
Oh,
you were
Yeah, so guess the price.
Ooh.
$5,000.
Nope.
Holy shit, that's so offensive.
I don't know if that's a lot or a little.
That is so little. Look at me.
How am I supposed Okay, first of all, Sadie, please don't act like I would know
Do you
the
see
prices.
the dimples?
I
And
should
the long brown hair? What?
imagine I hit it right. You know what?
You gotta pee
I
my
stand by
pants.
it. 5,000.
I'm going to say
You have to go up from that. You have to
I
go
do have to go up
10,000.
from that. No, I don't have to go 10. I can go 6.
Go ahead. How much was it?
It was 50 grand,
Welcome,
wasn't it?
Sadie. Welcome to Two Clouded Mind
Welcome.
$250,000.
Wow. Pass.
And honestly, I thought that was too little when I was playing the character. So
How old were you supposed to have been in this episode?
17.
Yikes.
Typically, actors play like 5 years younger than them. That's a weird thing that they do. Even
Wow.
though, remember, I have dimples. I'm going
this
to
is
say
recent?
that probably 8 times tonight. I look young.
Yo,
Right on.
you got dimples?
Yeah.
She got dimples.
You can see him.
2.
You can see him on the camera.
And back to 4. There we go.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, so the
So,
back dimples
wait,
are probably better than the front dimples.
Obviously.
Wrong.
You gotta get to
wrong
episode
platform,
2 for
Wrong
that.
platform. This isn't Patreon.
That's
this isn't
Patreon, yeah.
Patreon.
That's the paywall.
But
Yeah.
other than that was a great experience doing Law and Order. And then
I did Law and Order. It was the worst experience of my life. I stopped acting.
Which
after
one?
That.
Which one? I did
a
Organized
long
Crime.
time ago. I did the original Law and Order.
Okay, I did the better one then.
I mean, the original one wasn't the best one.
I mean,
This one.
It spawned all these other laws and
but
orders.
The best one has Mariska Hargitay.
That's SVU.
and I did a
My-
crossover
my-
episode.
I don't know.
future-
You did more than I did because
my
I was just an
future
extra.
ex-wife.
I was really messing with you.
Yeah, I was just an
apologize.
extra.
Future baby mama.
I was being territorial.
But no. I'm trying to bond with you, and you're being
Okay.
territorial.
Yeah, but that was just
Open
the
up,
female. That
Jesus,
was just
let
the
it
female
down.
putting down
I
her
love
barrier
this.
and just being like, oh,
let
I'm
it
sorry. I
down,
missed
yeah.
this
Wow,
out.
Jeez,
cool.
Yeah.
let it down.
It's so nice to have been on
Right,
the same production together.
we're bros.
Yeah, we're Law and Order bros.
Yeah, exactly. We
We
have to
can-
think of a name.
We can
have
make
to think of a name
matching jackets.
or something. Yeah, like
You
we could
know,
have a
before
badge.
I
All right,
should
you
have a
guys can
badge.
touch dicks later, okay? Take it easy.
Yeah, we're gonna have a badge and a cool name. You're gonna be jealous.
Mm,
I'm already jealous.
fantasizing.
I want to be
the
an
idea.
actor.
Yes.
And I
Well,
feel like you could. The fact that you're comfortable in front of a microphone.
I would love to try it at least once. Do you want this or no?
I'm good for the moment.
Okay.
But
Chris, you would be
Generosity.
super intimidated, and learning lines would be a challenge.
Yes.
In
Absolutely.
my experience with you so far.
If it worked out to where like you could be an actor and you could choose what you want to do, I would want to probably either play like a murderer.
Okay. Is that why you got Dahmer's glasses?
Yes. Or like be in full prosthetics, like some kind of a crazy
No.
like Hellraiser
Hell no.
monster.
Sadie, have you ever done like a long intense?
You would never have the attention span to go through a hair and makeup.
I was
chair
about
that
to ask
long.
you,
You could never.
have you
Every
ever
day,
been
it's
through?
Probably like 5 hours. I've done one horror film where,
What was your makeup?
but
Really
I
not
liked your
bad.
first idea, and I had an idea. Before I get to that,
Go ahead.
if you did a fucked up
Go ahead.
version
No,
You're
you're
fine.
good.
You're
We're
fine.
outside the
You're
window
fine.
now.
Yeah.
Peter Pan, like where like let's say he got like everything went wrong. There was no
Well, he's in the
Neverland.
public domain now.
and that it was just like a shitty world like we have, and then you got to be like this reality. Peter Pan would be like, gonna make your dreams
you marking this
like
down?
completely
I
wrong
call my agent.
and like an actuality check. You know what I mean? Like
I'm your agent.
sarcasm up the ass. Is that okay to say?
You can say all of the words. Yeah.
I'm
say them.
sorry.
Yeah, you're
Co-
you're good. Yeah.
But to-
Whoa,
but
I
to go
guess
back-
this is a Patreon episode now.
No. It's fine. The thing is, I edit these episodes.
know
you
you
have to
do.
remember. But
You
yeah,
do.
you know,
And you do a great job.
thank you. Thank you. I mean, the finger guns kind of cheapened it, but I appreciate
That could be like
the
a Disney
compliment.
Channel moment, you know. I'm
Yeah.
sure you figured it out.
Yeah, a little
That was
graphic.
it. That was
He
my
said
editing
graphic on the
challenge
screen.
by
Yeah.
her.
Cheapened it a little bit.
Oh, I should have made it a penis. Okay, edit this one.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's the one that has to go up. Okay.
Got it.
Back to my point. You could never go for 4.5 hours every day just to put it on. Do 8 hours of filming.
But you see, like
then have
I'm,
to take it off.
I'm a pretty resilient individual. Like
I think Chris would eat that up.
I could eat that all day long.
I think he would. I think he
Because
would.
like they're giving me cups of juice with big
With
ass
a straw. Yep.
Like
Yeah,
this
it's
guy would-
true. You
I'm
do get
pretty
big
sure-
straws.
Yeah,
You
you'd
do.
eat that
I'm
up.
pretty
Yeah.
sure if I'm in a movie to where I'm doing this, Dave and Dakota are there with me in some form, and they're gonna be like, you know, kicking it with me, smoking weed with me, and like,
You weren't supposed to mention that name.
Oh, we can talk about Dakota as much as we want now that she's gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Thank
when
God,
she,
because she's my favorite person. I'm gonna.
so
fangirl.
sometimes when she
Yeah.
leaves, I like to talk hella shit about her too.
We do. We talk about her all the time. And she doesn't listen to the episodes back, so we always get away with it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That Dakota,
One thing about me is
she's
I'm
the
loyal.
worst.
There you go.
No, I'm only kidding.
No.
We love her.
You know that.
She's one of my three
This
favorite
is the last thing I'm
Dakotas.
going to say about her before I start talking about
It's
myself
North
again,
Dakota,
because
then our
obviously,
Dakota,
well,
then South Dakota.
one that name actually made it on my baby list name because I think Dakota's a cute ass name. Like,
Agreed.
I'd name a baby that.
Yeah.
And
And it
when
works
I
both
first
ways.
met her, I thought that I didn't know who she was, and she's so like young, pretty that I thought that she was just like waitress training, and I hate training people. And I was like, I'm so sorry, dude. I don't understand shit about this place. I'm still fucking new. Like, I don't know what to do. I thought she was a waitress, and little did I know that she was the one who was about to like
Be your boss.
yeah. And I like talked down to her, and I was like,
how
probably
the
a bad person.
turntables.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's
make.
so I love starting on good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
definitely didn't put your foot in your mouth there.
But like I said, obviously because it all revolves around me.
Yeah.
Go back to acting.
Well, speaking of getting it started off on the wrong or right foot, how did you get into acting in the first place? Like, when did you first start acting? Like, was it like children's play?
You think good foot or bad foot?
Good foot, because if it wasn't a good foot, then you wouldn't have kept doing it.
It's actually kind of crazy you said that because I was thinking about this exact question before I came here. I had a kidney infection for about like 9 days in my first year of college. And I am very, very, very fortunate to have lived a life that I haven't experienced a lot of grief or hardship. And I'm very fortunate. But it was probably my closest experience with death. And, being told there's a chance of it. And by myself, first time I've ever hospitalized, whatever. And I thought about being a video game character. If I got to pick what I was going to be during my time here, what would I have chosen? And then I realized with all that time alone that like some of this shit was actually in my control. And there were things that I could have done to do this or could do. And, when things got better, I just asked for a monologue book. And, my parents are attorneys. They absolutely did not like this. They called it the Kim Kardashian bullshit. They wouldn't let me come home from college because they didn't want me to do it.
Well,
So I actually literally ate out of a dumpster for 2 weeks and smoked cigarette butts off the parking lot floor just to, quench that
now,
hunger.
not to cut you off or anything.
Go
You
ahead.
just said your parents are both lawyers.
Oh.
Do you think they rejected that idea because they maybe had a plan for you, or
My mother
wanted you to?
is like feminism, where if you rely on a man for money, protection, anything like that, it's belittling to the respect of women entirely, to the whole world.
Okay.
Like we have a Black Lives Matter bathroom. She got it embroidered personally. That's the kind of person I think that she tries to be in the world, and that's how she does it. And to her, the biggest insult was not educating myself and ever treating beauty like it was a tool. Which at one point, if the world's gonna sexualize you, screw it, go with it, enjoy it. Don't be scared of challenges that way.
As long as you're happy and you're not being sexualized in a malicious way or a harmful way
Or exploitative.
or exploitive. Yeah, dude, come on,
Yeah.
you got to give me like the first two words I used. Come on, dude, I
Awesome,
was
that's
on
why
They were all
something.
three
I threw it in.
syllables.
I
There
found
you
something.
There you go.
I threw it in there. I helped you out, right?
It was
Clip
kind of
it.
like you're editing your text and you get the right word pop up.
Mhm.
But you guys are right, and I think just everybody gets the choice to describe what that is to themselves.
Yeah, you should be able to, draw your own line where your
Yeah.
line is that you're not going to cross. It shouldn't just be a line for everybody. So you recovered from being sick when you were how old?
So this was my first year of college,
Oh,
and I
okay.
went for finance.
So
I just
you-
want to do it. All my parents did just. To
You
be
didn't start acting
rich.
until you were.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
really I'm really new at this, and
Wow. Okay.
and I have made the most incredible friends being in this industry. A lot of people have been in this since they were 3 years old. They've gone to school for it.
yeah.
They've spent, I'm not even kidding when I say $100,000 on their entire childhood acting career. And they're just
I'd say that's on
breaking
the
down
low
the
end
same
of-
doors
of-
that I might just
It could
not
just
be
be.
knocking down, but I'm approaching the hallway.
That's
know?
good.
But like,
Yeah.
so you're welcome to the Two Clouded Minds. We're gonna jump all over the board.
Yeah.
So
Interrupt me because I talk a lot.
you went to school for finance. So you didn't
Yeah,
even
I
go
wanted
to like,
Rich, just rich.
you didn't go to school for theater or,
I was
and
too
you-
afraid to tell my friends I wanted to do theater.
but you were still fortunate enough to, I saw your IMDb page. Like you
Thank
were
you.
on Law and Order. You were on Gossip Girl. You did
Yeah.
these things. Like,
Have you ever heard of like how Matt Damon and Ben Affleck got famous?
no, but this goes back to my point to where like, when I was a kid, when we were kids, everyone drilled into your head, you need to go to college in order to get a good job.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
That
kn-
destroyed me for a long time.
like
that thought.
I got kicked out of high school at 16. Like that was the end of my education. 16 years old. I went and got my GED, but like before I broke my back, I had that career in Manhattan where I worked for Local 28. I was a welder. I was a sheet metal worker. Like
This train is brought to you by Chris's sob story.
Knuckle
Yeah.
touch. Knuckle touch for that.
Knuckle touch.
That's impressive. I didn't know that about you.
yeah.
Very cool.
Knuckle touch.
But in
saw that?
similarity,
Who's calling it a knuckle touch?
Can you blow that?
Did you
Can
did you
blur that
knuckle
out?
touch,
I
or
did-
did you
I
actually
did.
was it a fist bump, like a regular ass?
Yeah.
is that
Who
not the
calls
same
it
as a
knuckle
knuckle? Okay.
It was shift
I've never
make.
heard of that
Not
It was
before.
shift
that
make.
deep.
It was
No.
shift make.
That's hey. Anyway, okay. So what
But-
was your first big like role?
The first project I guess I would say that I did was I gotta be sensitive with my wording.
You can say whatever
it was
it
a
is.
no budget film.
Okay.
And every single person that was part of it really wanted to do it. I think that if those people had like better equipment and all that, it would have probably had more attention. And I'm very grateful that I've met all these people.
Like no budget, like self-funded. Like
I actually lied to NBC about I had never had a boyfriend at this time in my life, and I like lied about a casting that like I had ripped up a boyfriend's piece of clothing and still kept it to get on the show. And then there ended up being a giant fight backstage with one of the girls that was supposed to interview her on the very first day I did it. Very first time I've ever seen a big camera. And I ended up like just having to be forced in like a safe room with all the actors. So like I met somebody who was directing something who casted me. It was so random.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Drove
That's
4
the way
hours.
things happen, right?
Yeah, 4 hours after work to just get up to Rhode Island to film in this little shitty house. And I'm terrible in the movie, and it's so fun to watch. I love doing it with my friends. I'll show you guys later. But that was my first experience. It was terrifying. I'm so grateful for it.
And then did you fall in love with it at that point? And you're like, I got the bug now. I got to keep doing this, or did that come
Yeah.
later?
I think I told Kris this before that, when you get excited about going on like a vacation, like you have a flight the next morning, it's kind of hard to sleep.
Yeah.
Your heart doesn't stop pumping. That's anytime I get an email for anything about acting. It's the most rewarding thing I've ever done. And I'd rather be doing that.
all right, so here comes more of the Charlie Day
Go ahead.
Hit it.
graph. All right, so I get hit up all the time by this company that is called hold on. And it's literally like every couple months they'll hit me up.
Can't wait for this.
Hey, it's Kim.
Oh boy.
She established like proper like greetings and whatever way like 2 years ago.
Yes, you guys have been
Like,
talking.
you're friends. Can I see?
We're not even friends. Like this was like I don't know, like a cold call or whatever.
And they're
But
on
this was-
Instagram
this
in
is-
your DMs.
No. Text messages.
Okay.
But
This
you
has
met
been
on
going on for
Instagram?
like no. This has
Oh.
been going on for like 2 years.
Go ahead.
Right now they're casting Stranger Things and a bunch of other things, and I want you to attend an open virtual call.
Can't be real.
It's free.
Can't be real.
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
It's free.
Go ahead.
It actually really is a Zoom thing. I did it once.
Okay.
I sat in just to see what it was.
And
Okay.
I wasn't, dude, I was in the warehouse at work when I was actually like doing things, so I wasn't fully paying attention. But the long and short of it is they help you get roles in whether it's extra work or whatever in the industry.
What was the role for that you were auditioning for? Do you remember?
It wasn't even an audition. It was, they wanted basically at the end of that 30-minute phone call, they were like, all right, so we can get you your SAG card for $100.
Okay.
Okay,
Hold
that
on.
sounds like a scam.
That's what I'm
completely.
saying.
Sorry.
Like,
Yeah.
because, dude, all right, so when I was 16 years old, a friend of mine, Dante, never forget the kid, he had his SAG card, and it was only $150 at the time for him to get it.
Mine was $3,000.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking
And
about.
It was every quarter of the year, which like
Yeah.
I just did. But
But
not
but
that
if
I've had a
you-
job due to the strike, nor that they give any help. For
yeah,
that.
but I'm saying,
I love
if you get a job and you make a minimum of $25G in a year, you're gonna have the sickest health insurance ever.
I'm so,
ever. It's
that's
sick.
really good to know. Honestly.
SAG health
Yeah.
insurance is amazing.
And to be clear, we just did finish a strike that we got incredible benefits from, and shout out to every actor that was able to persevere through that. That
Yes.
was hard shit.
Did you
and
participate? Did you pick it? Did you?
I did twice. I should have done it more, but honestly, I couldn't afford to live in the city anymore. Obviously, after shows started getting canceled way before the strike. Like even though the strike was set like a long time, it actually started before that, which a lot of people don't get. Unless you were already contracted, you were screwed. It's wild. People don't get how long TV shows take to make. Like, guess how long do you think it would take to film a 20-second video sitting at a bar with a girl?
Oh, it's got to take like at least 4 days.
You guess?
I mean, 8 hours.
You say 8 hours. I'm only saying
Yeah.
days because it's like.
Let's say this is 2 pages of dialogue, so less than a minute that you'll see on your TV.
And I only know a little bit about this because Kevin just made his movie.
Yeah, maybe 10, 12 hours.
They're saying like I'm saying a page a day.
So it's 2 pages total. So you're thinking
2 days just for that, and if there was any reshoots.
Yeah,
So
4
that's why I
days
say
was
4
way
days.
closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's 14-hour days on set filming. That's before your travel. That's before hair and makeup. It's insane how
See,
long it
I'm
takes to film
about that life.
television.
I'm about that life.
yeah.
I could do that. I don't care. I could sit on a set all day and not have to do shit.
yeah, but
Get hair and makeup done, fine.
yeah,
Just show up on time, fine. Read a couple lines.
yeah.
Am I gonna fuck them up? Am I gonna fuck them up a bunch of times? Of course I am.
That's where they got me.
That's where a lot of people get it wrong, though. Is they think that it's so action-packed, Tom Cruise, but
No.
it's really
No, it's
just
boring. You're sitting
you
around
usually,
doing
like,
nothing.
you have like maybe 1 page of dialogue to redo for 6 hours straight. Your biggest job is to be able to stay emotionally aware the whole
Dude.
time and then take breaks and be able to just
I'm
do
telling you
something
right
else.
now, man.
Yeah.
I'll hang out. I'll go to Crafty. I'll get some food.
You know Crafty?
I'll go to my trailer, rub one out real quick, smoke a little bit,
No,
Take a
people
nip
people
nap.
would be able to see that for sure.
see me jerk off.
Yeah, the trailer would shake, right? Like
How
literally-
vigorously do you think this guy's
I
jerking
mean-
off?
No, somebody walks up the steps, the whole thing shakes like
Oh,
8 feet.
okay.
Oh.
So it's probably just like a
So
regular
maybe
Yeah.
it's
one.
maybe you got to find a different place to do your business.
I mean, I was being facetious.
Sure, you were being hyperbolic.
Yeah. I'm not really gonna jerk off.
Right on.
I would be too
You
excited.
both get a star for the vocabulary words.
Yeah. I'm an uneducated
we are
weirdo.
we are two sharp idiots. We're
Yes,
two
that's
very
right.
sharp idiots.
Yeah.
hmm
What is that though? I have to.
What are you looking at?
I know
The
that-
wheel?
Yeah. What is
Oh,
it?
the wheel.
Yeah.
This is the wheel of doom.
The wheel of doom.
What does
David,
it
would you
mean?
like to?
No, wait. Can you-
Wheel of doom.
I forgot about that, and I just got chills. I fucking love
Not
this
something
show.
that I was expecting. So
I love this show.
good for me. For
I started to tear up a little bit. I love this show. It got me excited. So yeah, this is basically this
was
is a
so
punishment
wholesome.
wheel. There's a punishment wheel.
No,
Wait,
it's sometimes it's a
anything
reward
bad
wheel.
yet?
It could be a
there's,
reward wheel.
There's a couple rewards on it.
It's like if something happens, if there's a reason for the
Wait.
usually the wheel gets a spin when something bad happens or when something goes wrong. But
What
it
are
doesn't have to be. Like if you
But
want
what
to spin
are
the
some
wheel
of the
now,
things
yeah.
that-
Would you like to spin the
you're
wheel?
welcome to.
I don't
but
think
you
I do.
have to
Can
do.
you tell me some of what the things are?
So you
Yeah.
can win a $20 bill. That's a real.
okay.
That's a
But-
standard
Okay.
stock 20.
But if you win a money, you have to replace it with a different money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karaoke. Sing a karaoke song like straight away. Random act of
Acapella.
kindness. That's
I
pretty
love
self-explanatory.
that. That's so cute.
Car wash. You got to wash
Uh,
the whole team's cars.
No.
Free pass. Self-explanatory. Busk is a street performance. This right here is a standard U.S. American
Think-
dollar.
You think that you'd be
You could win that. TikTok dance. One chip challenge.
Oh.
Drop and give us 20.
Okay.
Bankrupt means if you land on this, empty your pockets because we're basically just going to run your pockets.
Just pockets, not walls, right?
That says
Then we're
story
back.
Tim. And
Story
that should
Tim.
say story time.
Who's Tim? Who is he? I just want to talk to him. Who is he? Just tell me what his name is.
You
and
do
I
not
just
want to
wanna
talk to Tim.
Okay.
Tim.
And so yeah, story
I
time.
loved him.
No, you want to talk to Tim. Tim's good people.
I don't even.
Story time. So just basically, you can either make up a story or you can
tell
Tell
us a
us,
story
like,
about yourself.
a
But hopefully
deep-
we'll get into some of those stories about yourself in this actual interview.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
fun.
Oh, it hasn't even started. I feel like
I mean,
Oh, no, we're doing a good job.
I think we're doing all right. I
We're
think.
doing
Are
a
you,
good job.
how, I mean, you tell her how we doing.
I mean,
Are you comfortable?
I'm a little neurotic, so I kind of love talking about myself. So that's where you're gonna have to stop me.
All right. So
I'm
gonna
mad that I'm doing this to myself right now.
Yes, here we go.
give it a good.
I love it.
She's gonna land on something dope. Oh, you gotta
Drop
give us
and
20
give us
push-ups.
20.
Oh,
Yes, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna keep this on the wheel unless you can think of something to replace it with.
You gotta
quick.
once she does the 20, you can erase it, and then we'll figure it out as we go along.
What's that?
I can't hear you.
We're gonna replace that with something else. Now that once a punishment is, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Tell her I appreciate what she's doing. I appreciate her.
David really appreciates that you.
She's in for it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you came in and you're doing it, dude. 2,
1,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is the craziest thing.
8.
8.
Dave, we have an actress doing
And
push-ups
This
on
is
our
the
floor.
craziest shit we've done so far. Are you counting? Is she counting? Because
She's
I
at
lost
like
count.
15,
Oh my
16, 17, 18,
This is the craziest shit we've ever done.
20.
Yes.
Yay! We just. Oh my god, dude, you're blowing my mind right now. Thank you.
That was incredible.
That was good for my physical health. So.
Was that
Fantastic.
officially? No, I can't say that. I was going to say,
Oh.
was that officially the first time somebody paid their wheel debt, like
Right off the
straight,
bat?
right
Yes.
So you're
off
gonna
the
say
rip?
that was
This
the
is
first time
awesome.
somebody got
That
on
was
their
that was
knees
awesome.
and hands
That was
in
fucking
the
awesome.
studio.
What's that? She
What
can't hear.
happened?
She can't hear what
That's
I'm
a
saying.
good joke, right?
I
I
didn't-
thought you were gonna say that this is the first time somebody's been getting on their knees and their hands.
On
Yeah,
the-
no, unfortunately not.
Yeah,
no. No, this
Shit goes down in here.
shit definitely goes down in here, but there's like a big rule. You can't fuck in the studio. You just
That's a
can't
rule.
fuck. It's a rule, man. You can't fuck in the studio.
Oh.
You can't fuck in this room.
Oh.
Don't ever fuck in this room. That's just a
I
rule.
wish anybody that I worked with
You
was
fucking
No,
around.
I'm
in
just
this. I was
kidding.
gonna
My
say.
biggest rule is always keep it professional.
Yeah.
Well,
This
yeah,
is,
you
this is
keep
a-
it fair. Like,
a
yeah,
nice
we're
place.
we're a team, obviously.
it's a
Like,
classy
whatever.
joint.
You guys want to
But-
know a secret too, though?
But yeah, I always want to know secrets.
I really thought that people fucked on TV, like
When they
until
were-
I was
when-
probably like
during
a
sex
sophomore in
scenes?
high school. I really thought that they actually
Same.
fucked.
Sometimes I
really did.
still think that they're naked under their touching
I absolutely
genitals.
would bet you $500,000
And
that
I-
somebody's slipped it in.
Oh
during
my
an
god!
actual
There's no way
scene.
they
There's-
have it.
There was
Right?
a few. There's a few movies where the rumor is that the sex scenes are real, but I don't know them
believe
off the
it
top of my
without.
head.
I mean, I got casted, and this is so tragic. The story I'm about to tell you. So one of my bigger accomplishments is I got cast in my first lead part that that was terrible.
Go for it.
One of my the biggest role that I've cast to date is this lead in this incredible project by this incredible Stanford writer who is actually in Paris critiquing theater right now. So we were supposed to start filming the proof of concept, and the day before I had my first like ovarian cyst thing where I had to have a surgery over the summer. I had a couple.
Oh.
It was so weird, and random, and literally I had a crew of 75 people ready the next day. Locations were booked, like money was spent, and I was literally in a hospital. And imagine this is like the first time that you're getting fed an opportunity that you're fucking hungry for.
Mm-hmm.
The shame and the guilt that you feel, it was an awful experience. But yeah.
So you felt guilty? Why? Because you were letting them down by not being able to be available.
And it was, I think 12 other girls had call backs to audition for that part. And I randomly met this person by chance, being a nice person at a party and trying to, make other people feel good. And he just told me, he's like, I don't even need you to read the script. Like, you're this person. You have to Zoom with my executives tomorrow. And I've never done anything like that really, and it worked so well. And then we did a chemistry meeting where 9 of the people in the movie come, and then they watch you meet the other lead that they want to pair you up with to see if you get along, and they just watch you from like
That sounds creepy
20
as
feet
hell.
away, and it's scary. Yeah,
That sounds so creepy. So
Can you-
but going in, you're like, oh, they're gonna be watching
but you
me.
can't fake it. You gotta be human. You gotta be a little nervous, a little shy.
Can
a
you
little
cry
weird.
on demand?
Absolutely, but I don't want to do it right now.
No, I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, that's a big part of, like,
I'll do it at the end. Yeah.
I mean, so could I. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
All
dude,
my ex-boyfriends hate that.
you tell me to cry, I'll cry, dude. I'll the waterworks will
Really?
absolutely. I can turn it on and off like that.
Also, being in a position where you watch other people, like a bunch of other people every single day, that makes you such a strong actor because acting is really just pulling from real shit. You're not
Yeah.
you're not actually pretending anything. You're just being those parts of you.
So I'm
at
saying
one moment.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's easy by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not saying
I
it's
think that
easy.
you get it.
I think but I think
Yeah.
I'd be able to figure it out.
No, I do too. I agree with you.
What's your favorite role that you've ever had?
Well, the one that I was gonna record was definitely my favorite role because it was the biggest part of like anything. Like it was written about this character, and the fact that the director met me in real time, and this character is a really, really sweet, charming, personable, outgoing, like kind of knocks down every brick in the building. Even though it's a disaster, you're still kind of into it. That kind of person. I can relate to that. But the most fun I've had in real time was filming a horror movie. And
Yeah, that's what I want to be in so bad. That's like
But-
my dream.
but I was a girl getting murdered, and the scene that I had to do constantly was, and this is way too relatable for me because I've worked as a waitress for most of my life to make money for supporting all of this. Is you start at you just walk through the back doors, bar, you're like right, get through that swing door, then there's a giant long hallway that's the whole kitchen, and immediately my ankle gets slashed by a knife, which would so for the rest of that I have to be on cement, throwing myself on the ground, and I'm like hammering. He's grabbing my ankles, he pulls me back 5 feet, the blood smears. Then I pull pots and pans off, and they have to fall on him in a certain way, and I have to keep crawling. I grab a cabinet door to get myself going and going and going, and he's getting closer, and his makeup is insane. And then he gets to the closet door. I'm able to throw myself in it, slam it behind me, and he breaks it down and claws his way through until he kicks it in until he gets to me,
Mhm,
And
mhm.
having to do that, we probably had to do it maybe 30 times that day.
Dude, I'm down,
And
man.
every single time I have to treat myself the same way, throw myself on
You
the
know what
ground.
I do
get
now, right?
chased, But you're crying hysterically. Your heart is racing because you have
Yeah.
to be in the
You get
moment.
so worn out.
It is so fucking terrifying that I would stay in that closet and I would ask the production assistant and be like, "You just leave me in here. I'm really scared. Do you have a light to turn on?" I'm begging for some kind of SpongeBob, to just cheer myself up. And but that was so freaking fun.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine getting to do that for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying,
creating
man.
emotions was, God, it was so awesome.
Man, I clean grease traps, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move furniture.
I'm pulling onto
Trying to-
my
I'm
own
trying to-
clothes just thinking about how fun that was.
trying to be an actor.
I had an opportunity. I made several music videos, and a couple of them were movie style, where it had a a storyline as opposed to just being a video of a band playing. And then I made a short film, but it hasn't been released. But yeah, so I've been able to experience those things, but on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I don't know how this works in your terms of editing, but I'm going to try to show Kris 15 seconds of the craziest music video I've ever done. That's a great way
You
to get
could
comfortable.
airdrop it probably to Dave, but if
we
it's
don't-
copyrighted music, we're just gonna have to play it muted.
I don't think so. But I'll just show you a tiny clip, just so you can see the kind of things that I've tried to do because, I would do anything to make this happen. That's a debate I get in people all the time is, what are you willing to, how far out of your comfort zone? would you
That's
do
all
it?
right. So elephant in the room. I know maybe I'm the only one that wants to ask this question. You said ask you uncomfortable questions.
Yeah.
What's your views on if you got offered a role to do something X-rated or
Oh, nudity, I'm totally fine with it. I mean, I've already done nude photo shoots in my life. The more uncomfortable thing about it for me is making somebody making somebody that I know uncomfortable. You know, I have no problems with strangers seeing that, but you know, my teachers from 7th grade that I loved in history, or my friends that have to see me every day when they don't choose to. People that romantically seek me out, they're choosing to do that. But other people are stuck with me. So that's something I never want to make them feel like they have to support or they're forced to seen. But
so if you got approached by a producer in that industry,
like
You're talking about
porn.
Jinx,
Corn.
We are? Okay.
corn.
Yeah, no, I can't because I'm a union member, so it's a
Really?
legal,
So
yeah.
that's the rule.
Yeah, so like OnlyFans would be not allowed for a union SAG
You
member.
really can't do it
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
no, because
You're in
I
union?
have to
She's
be
in the
treated.
union.
Anything that I make that produces money has to be treated by union laws. I have to be
Yeah.
treated in a certain way. I have, you know, restrict
side
people.
work.
Like
So-
there are certain hours that I have to be paid a certain way for. Like if I wear heels in a certain scene, I have to be paid more. If it's raining outside, if there's smoke outside, if you don't let me have lunch for a certain amount of time, those are all things that now SAG protects.
What?
And, no, but as you should be. I did one time a scene for 11 hours standing up in the rain in 5-inch heels as background. So I'm only getting paid $86 for the whole day. And my right toe is never unbroken. I haven't felt it in 2 years because of this show that I did. So
So
there
you got
are
all
reasons
fucked up
there are
feet now?
union. Yeah, because they don't give a. Yeah, I have ugly feet. Thank you. I
I'm kidding, I'm
Facetune them in
kidding,
every
I'm
photo
kidding,
I post.
I'm
Don't worry.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I literally do. It's okay. It's okay. We have insecurities. We have flaws.
And he nailed
I'll
yours.
match my flaw with a pro. I have great collarbones. Not that you can see.
Oh,
them.
collarbones.
Yeah. Just
I
think about it.
have a nice clavicle myself. You know. I'm just
But
saying.
no, union laws are there for a very important reason, and but we didn't have them. That's why we went on strike and killed it.
If you don't mind me asking, from what I understand, is you can't just go on the website and apply
To be part of SAG?
Yeah, like you got invited, right?
No, you have to
Don't you
do
have
a
to
lot
get
of
credits?
non-union. Yeah, you have to get credits, and you're not just gonna get a credit by being on a show for one day. You'll be there for. What happened for me personally is I was there for probably 6 days of filming Gossip Girl at first, and I found out that they had a core group, and a core group means they had 12 people that were part of background every day that they kept around because they were part of the school. They wanted familiar faces. These were the friends that didn't really talk, but if they needed to say one short thing, they could. And it also really helps with COVID. There are people who know the wardrobe. They know how to get to set. They know how to make everything easier, and they know how to behave, and they can be an example for other people. And when I found out about that, I was like, how the hell do I get a part of this? And I made a couple friends. We actually were filming in this is Webster Hall. Have you ever heard of it?
Of course.
And so we were filming in Webster Hall, and so I booked 3 rooms.
Did a lot of drugs in Webster Hall.
I booked 1 room for 3 days upstairs in the hotel. So I spent 8 times the amount of money I made because I was like, I want to be there every day. And the very last day, I went up to one of the production assistants as I'm checking out the hotel. If anybody calls out, I'm here. I'm right here. I'll do it. And they had somebody call out, and they're like, she is reliable and she's really fun to be around. I got invited to do it every single day for at least $200 a day for 2 years. It can, and then some days,
Awesome.
the next year, I bumped up so high by having those connections that I got to stand in for the leads. Like no matter what, I got to stand in and do background. I could make like $400 to $500 a day, and
What am I doing wrong?
and
with
it
my
was
life?
also something that I actually liked doing, and I made a family. Like I knew every person and it's 2 years. And the
That's
money
awesome.
was amazing. Living there was amazing.
Who was the Gossip Girl?
Unfortunately, not to point middle fingers at anybody, but whoever canceled Gossip Girl on HBO Max, that's the person to ask because we'll never know. I'm really sad about it because the show
Wait, did you-
exponentially improved.
did you get
season
to-
2 was incredible.
Did you get to stand next to Blake Lively?
No, she was part of the original, not the reboot.
I was
So
gonna
that's
say,
the difference. Yeah.
She's lovely.
We had a couple characters. Yeah, no, but I almost did a nude body double for her in a movie like 3 weeks ago.
Wait.
Yeah,
3
but
weeks
they would
ago?
have to they dye my hair blonde. Yeah, but it's just a standing rule, so I probably would never even speak to her or anything like that. But it's for that movie she's doing the
all right,
the
hold on.
Hoover novel that she's doing.
I gotta pause you real quick.
This is
So
us. Are those something in us?
if I am about to be nude in a movie,
Yep.
right, and you're gonna be my body double,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm coming to check you out real quick.
Why to make sure that you're well represented?
Yes,
Well,
You-
they
you
don't really
wouldn't do the
they don't-
same-
They
you
don't
wouldn't
show
do
a
the
lot of
same-
wieners. They don't show a lot of
That's
wieners in
valid.
movies.
dude. You'd be surprised. There's some dong in some new
I mean,
movies
yeah.
that just
Have you seen
came
like
out.
Saltburn?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
I
that
want to see it.
great
I
film.
heard it was awesome, but
Fucking
you have
weird,
to be
but
like
great.
a film nerd to really appreciate it.
I mean,
right? Like,
you have to just be a human being to see beauty, but you could be just freaked out by
feel
some
like I
of the
just got
concepts.
attacked.
Sorry, no.
I'm kidding, I'm
I
kidding, I'm
apologize.
kidding, I'm
I didn't mean
kidding,
to
I'm
be
kidding.
aggressive. I just like once you see some of the frames that have nothing to even do with the plot, you'll just understand that somebody spent their whole life trying to create this picture with this much feeling in a fucking moment. And that to me is the coolest thing in the world.
I heard also that movie there was like a lot of scenes that were like a lot, like very graphic.
Okay, so I will spoil something if that's okay with you.
Yes, please spoil. This is
He goes down on a girl on her period and makes her eat the blood too.
Gross.
love
yeah.
that.
And then
If
he
you say
swallows a
you've
guy's
never
cum
been
out of a
there-
bathtub.
If you say you've
But
never
that's
been
really
there,
the worst
then
it gets.
I don't know that I can trust you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. It wasn't
things
a scene
happen.
that I liked.
don't know that I can trust
but,
No, it's not something anybody's going out of their way to do.
but
Speak for yourself.
but honestly, even if I were to take those scenes out, the movie itself is fucking good, and then the ending is incredible, and it's good writing. I write a lot of scripts too because I'm doing the Ben and Matt effect. I want to create my own industry after I win an Emmy and an Oscar, and do all that. Then I'll have my own studio.
I want to come hang out on a movie set with you. I won't speak to anybody. Listen. I'll stay in the car if
you
I
better
have
speak to
but
somebody, or else you're gonna look weird. And
I
then
want.
you look weird.
No, I
and
mean
you're
I'll
weird.
talk to people, but like I just want to come hang out. I want to see what it's like.
Absolutely. And
You can just tell everybody I'm like your uncle.
I don't know if you could pass for that. We look nothing alike. I'll just say you're my friend who wants beer.
Yeah.
But I
there you
will.
go.
So this is the weirdest music video that I was talking about. Cheers.
Cheers.
This
So
is good.
you're in this.
You don't see me on that one. I can't. I don't know how to professionally dance. I just lied and said I could, and I. tried
Oh,
my
that's
best.
that's really her. Can we airdrop this to David? Yeah. Airdrop that to David. So we got to put this on listen, the people need to see this. Pretty cool. She's with a couple gals.
I'm doing like a heavy metal type. I have purple hair in my buns. Well, that sounds
Purple hair buns.
Buns.
All right.
all right. Airdropping. I don't know if I can do this if I don't have his contact.
No, it should be open. I mean, unless your airdrop
I'm
is
turning it on right now.
unless your airdrop is particular.
Particular. See, Dave, I think
Go ahead.
am I too old?
Too old for what? For your breakout? No.
Yeah.
No, you're just the right age. You're just getting started.
I mean, I listen.
What?
I can be John Wick's long lost cousin or some shit.
Awesome.
Like, just saying.
So wait, can I ask questions
You
for
can
both
ask
of you? What
all
are
the
your
questions.
favorite 3 films? You only have 20 seconds to answer. Don't overthink it. It's not
My
that deep.
favorite 3 films,
Off the
and I
top
only
of your
have
head.
20 seconds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
off the top of your head, your instincts.
You first. Go
I'll
ahead.
go Birdman, and I probably won't be able to do this in 20 seconds either. I don't watch that
Instincts.
many
Go with your
movies.
instincts.
Um,
I can go first if you'd like me to. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Ford versus Ferrari, The Prestige, then The Truman Show, and then oh my God. What's the one where he wears the zebra head?
Zoolander.
No, what's the one, where Robert Downey does blackface?
Yeah,
Tropic
Tropic Thunder.
Thunder?
Yeah, that's number 5. Fuck yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
It's fucking hysterical.
I've never seen that movie.
It's good.
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah, it's fun.
You know what it is?
What?
I don't like Jack Black.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying, but
He can
you know,
be for sure.
yeah.
But he's also like adorable in a way.
There's just something. Listen, I don't know.
Or this-
I know that there's probably a ton of people that don't like me, but there's just. I mean,
Are you having technical difficulties?
I don't know how to airdrop it when it's just a
Just
link.
hit share on the YouTube video. Hit share, and then it should give you the option to airdrop.
Right. Now I feel stupid.
nah, you're good. There you go.
All right,
You got it.
I got it.
You have to also
Nice.
roll the wheel, right? At one point.
Uh-oh.
Me, I don't.
Oh, they can actually watch it.
Was that you?
This is hard for me to watch.
They sound like a couple different bands
There you
I
are.
used to like.
Yeah, I'm there.
So,
No, their
where was
music
this?
is fine.
Where was
Like,
this video shot?
I like booked this when they felt like I was a dancer and I'm not. We booked out some kind of like. Oh God. But again, remember, it's the energy you put out in the world. If we're not trying, we're not doing anything. So screw it. I'd rather be embarrassed.
There's nothing to be
Had
embarrassed
nothing.
about. There's nothing wrong with that.
no, it's great.
No, nothing embarrassing at all. That's pretty dope.
Where was this video shot?
It was somewhere in Astoria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
East
just like
Coast.
a movie set or like a little video
Queens
set
is
they had.
Queens is awesome. If you have never been to Queens, New York, go and hang out, get some food, soak up the culture.
Okay, I actually totally disagree. Like Brooklyn in every way.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
I mean, listen, I grew up in Queens, so I'm
Oh.
biased. There was a lot of good spots. There still are. But yeah, Brooklyn's dope. But when I was a kid, Brooklyn wasn't so gentrified and dope as it is today. Brooklyn wasn't so Asbury Park when I was a kid.
I don't know. I feel like my experience with Brooklyn are not like that. Where the studios are, like I'm thinking Navy Yard area.
Oh, well, yeah.
yeah, like
But even still, back then, it was a little
Okay, valid.
Little
I mean,
funky, little
I
funky.
can't talk on something I don't know about.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't. You don't want to go out at night, kind of scary. But I mean,
But you have to answer the question now because I've given you way more time than you deserved.
What's
Favorite
the
movie?
movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with Birdman.
Instinct.
Fight Man and Fight Club and Spaceballs. There you
Fight Club's great. And Spaceballs, fuck yeah. Love
Yeah,
that.
Fight Club is on my list. The Burbs
yeah.
is on my list.
Fight Club is great.
Caddyshack, Major League. Weird that I'm
Kris,
saying sports
have you-
movies when I don't
Major
like
League is-
sports.
go. Is
Really?
great. Have you ever seen Memento?
Nope.
You got to see
Uh-huh.
that. Have you seen Memento?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also, like, I'm also gonna go like Quentin Tarantino. Like I love like shit like that.
Yes.
Like Christopher Nolan films always.
Did you see
Barbie.
Tenet?
Yeah, I loved Barbie. Absolutely love Barbie. It took like you have to remember entertainment doesn't have to be fucking every bullet point. You don't have to get it all. You just have to be entertaining.
Yeah.
And it was to me. So yeah.
A fun
Tenet,
watch.
I didn't love Tenet.
I didn't see it, but I heard that it made the news recently because
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan
Went
was
to a thing.
he's the director of the movie. He was in a Peloton class,
Mm-hmm.
and the Peloton instructor started roasting the hell out of the movie, not knowing he was in the class, of course.
Did you see
and
the
then
video?
he made a
No
joke.
way.
I did. She's like, "What is this shit? This Tenet?
God.
I want those 2.5 hours of my life back."
No
and then he
way.
talked about it
Yeah.
at an awards ceremony. It was funny.
Yeah,
I mean, he had a good sense of humor about it.
as I was
Come
watching
on.
the Golden Globes, I kept like every time the commercial would come on, I'd practice how I would have given the speech. I got like take it from them because I'm a loser. Like,
Did
loves
you
to talk
see?
myself.
We talked a little bit about the Golden Globes, but we hadn't really seen enough of the I guess winners or what do you call it? Nominees.
It's like the it's your junior prom to the award season.
Right.
So this kind of just gives people really an idea where everything's going to go, and it's a really intimate room. It's awesome, but it's not the most prestigious. It's not the highest
Right.
award you can get. Right now, it's just kind of showing the candidates for the rest.
Right.
You know,
And it's like, okay, everybody,
leading up
hey,
to the Oscars.
hey, everybody, go see this stuff because we're going to be talking about it
Basically,
in the
yeah.
other awards. Right on.
Because
Okay.
the SAG Awards were going to be the next big ones, and the only people that can vote are SAG members, so I can vote.
Ooh.
And I don't think anybody else can here, but
Nope, we can't.
Not yet.
No, we
I'm gonna
can't.
get
yeah,
me a sack.
hey,
But you know what?
that attitude.
I bet you I could beat you in
Knuckle
a
touch.
foot race. So
He's
you
not
know.
giving it to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go. There you go. Boop.
Thank you.
I probably can't beat you in a foot race.
Not you, her.
Oh.
Little Miss Competitive over there.
No, I'm actually really not competitive.
Mm.
I can humble brag in front of a
okay,
a microphone,
Got
but
it.
that's it. For my skill set.
So what
Plateaus.
was your least favorite role that you ever had?
If I can change it from role to part that I've auditioned for, because you get really invested in some of the things you audition for, because I'm always teeter-tottering over, do you try to manifest something, or do you try to be like, okay, the second I'm done with this, I'm done with this, and move on to the next project? There's
Okay.
a really weird balance that you really don't know which one's going to work out for you. So sometimes I get attached to parts that I get callbacks for, or that I auditioned for multiple times, well, yada, yada. And today I actually spent all day doing a British accent one, and I really disliked it. I am
Let's
not.
hear it.
Fuck me for bringing this
Ah!
up.
So what you were about to say was that you're not good at doing a British accent.
Yeah, and I haven't worked with I'm transitioning with my acting coach, so I haven't worked on dialect in months, and ugh.
Wow. So you were working.
I'll do a line. I'll do one of the lines from the thing.
Go ahead.
He's been getting free tickets from the Imperial Theatre for about maybe a month now. He's been getting from his friend Charles.
Right.
Charles.
Barlow. No,
Right.
Charles and I went out last Tuesday, but his schedule says that he didn't have productions planned till next Tuesday.
Bollocks.
There you go. That
Bollocks.
was one of the lines.
That was
from the
that's
things
pretty
there.
good.
That was
pretty
good.
good. You just got to kind of like mumble over it, the parts that you're, that was good. It's good.
I mean,
It's better than I
yeah.
could do.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
better than I could do. I'll
Absolutely.
say that.
Like
I
I said,
dug
I'm
it.
very humble. I know that I'm not good at British accents, but
I dug it.
but
I'd like to thank the Academy.
that's good. That was great. Yeah, I like that. But I have a great friend that I do every audition with. We work together, and we push each other so hard every time we're taping that it's like kill it by the end. So
Talk about
I-
taping, because that's not something that was always done. That's more new, right? Like
For
this
sure.
self-taping and stuff like that. Talk about that. Like, what is it?
I have
Explain that to our viewers. if you
probably
could.
only did like 3 callbacks in person before COVID, and then once COVID started, everything was shutting down a little bit. Things were getting harder, but they had another 2-year span of filming, which everything was so implicated by the testing. So every single day that I worked on Gossip Girl, which I did for 2 years, with maybe a 4-month break in between, we had to go every single day to the studio, even if we weren't filming, just get a COVID test. And you had to be cleared at least 2 days before. So like if you took a day off, you'd have to be retested in for 2 days. You constantly had to wear a mask. You always were separated by these giant plastic dividers. It was, it made everybody really upset for about a year. And then it got a little bit easier. But agents realized that they were able to see a broader range of talent, and they were starting to be able to break out of their little bubble of the people they consistently casted, because for them it does get stale if it's only people that are on their radar. It's really hard to go from learning about what you're doing to being able to be a potential cast. You can't fuck over something that's a $100,000 day. The amount of people and the jobs that you would affect. And a lot of people just didn't have the social ability. So they realized that it's completely online casting until you do a chemistry read typically. And that's to make sure that you work with the other actors well. And that, you're going to be able to use each other's cues. If isn't doing their line correctly, are you going to save the scene or are you going to make everybody restart because no one likes that person? Then they need to see you to see if, one, literally your hygiene. Like, people will judge you if your nails aren't even clean. If you walk into a casting, they're like, the respect you have to be in this room, which is important. And you can be beautiful and talented, but you might not be nice. And that's the last thing that I think really seals the deal about making somebody book a part. And then obviously I would say part B and C to that would be having a famous last name and having a lot of Instagram followers. And those are awesome things if you have it. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world. You can definitely get around it.
Kris, you
those
looking at your
people-
fingernails?
My fingernails are clean. I mean, right now they're a little rough, but
I think mine are clean.
Just
I'm
clean.
good.
They just got to be clean.
but having a famous last name and stuff like that definitely gets you bumped to the front of the line every time.
Have you?
Like Lily Rose Depp, remember that conversation that was just happening? I think it was like a year ago when they started the Nepo Baby articles in Times. You were going to say something?
I was gonna say instead of having 2 lawyers for parents, have you considered having a celebrity for a parent?
Yeah, I think that it might be a frown. Recently, last year, it was like a frowned upon thing being a Nepo baby. But I think that there's nothing cooler than sharing a passion with somebody that you're related to.
So which one would you trade away, your
Yeah.
mom or your dad?
Wow.
Oh my God. For somebody already existing that's famous? Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so cruel.
Which one would you trade away, and then who would you trade them for?
No, do I have to answer this or can I spin the wheel again?
Oh, I'll
That's funny. I'm obviously kidding. But,
I respect them both too much to answer that question.
that's funny.
It's like you cannot answer that.
Yeah.
Like, no way.
No.
You can't.
Well, they won't see this.
Wait, if you answer, I will.
I wouldn't trade either of my
They
parents.
can't
'cause
see
I don't-
this. I'm going to win a Grammy one day. Everyone's going to see everything. That's
It's
how
true.
I live my life.
I don't want the same things, so I wouldn't be able to trade a parent. You know what I mean?
That's valid.
You know what I mean? So it's
Passion.
Not, it doesn't. It's not this. It's not the
kidding,
same kind
I
of
was
a.
kidding,
It's
I
not the
was
same kind of a bet that could go 2 ways. This is a very specific.
Yeah, I
deal,
know.
tailor made for you.
Yeah.
I would sell my soul
Whoa.
for the podcast to become a big, like, national hit.
And-
Yeah.
But what is your
Yeah.
biggest, like, goal? Like, why do you want that so bad?
Because I love doing this, and this is what I want to do for a living. I
Yeah.
want to, I don't want to do what I do.
Kris wants to have conversations.
Yeah.
Could you ever imagine yourself being a host of a giant TV show that you
Nah.
get, like something that gets to that level?
Not if I didn't have my team.
Yeah, no, your team doesn't have to change. But you know, like have you seen like the hot, spicy interviews?
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine you could build up to that level. Like, is that something you would be interested in?
Yeah, of course.
I feel like you'd be really good at that.
Yeah. I mean,
But as long as, I had my team, like, doing it with me, like, right now, like we're doing now, like, nothing changes. We're just on a bigger stage, bigger platform.
bigger wheel of doom.
Yeah, way bigger wheel, double the slots.
Do you believe in karma?
I do and I don't. I mean, listen, I like to think that I'm a pretty good person. I don't fuck anybody over. I'm pretty straightforward with everything,
What about
So-
you?
I don't think I do.
That's valid.
Yeah. I don't think I believe in karma.
Hmm.
Do you?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
Well, of course you
Yeah.
do. You're a girl. You believe in all that kind of hippy dippy
Oh.
shit.
No, I'm actually,
kidding.
like-
I'm only kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
I actually literally don't even support the word feminism because I think it takes away from the points that everybody was trying to make about it. But that's super political. But I can get super political. I don't know if you want to go there.
No.
Pass.
That's
Spin the
out
wheel.
of my wheelhouse.
Spin the wheel again.
Yeah. Spin it. But we are at the portion of the show where I need to go pee-pee.
Oh,
is
wait,
it.
I
I
just love
love
that.
it.
That
Yeah, but you know what?
reaction.
Listen, this has
Kris, ask me how much time? Ask me.
been 49 minutes.
1 hour exactly.
Wow.
1 hour exactly.
Right when you have to pee.
All right, I'm being completely honest with you. If we were on Patreon, I would have flat out said,
What's Patreon?
Patreon is our paid site. It's behind a paywall, so we can like be free and speak gross and be gross. But if we were on Patreon, I would have asked you some crazy questions. But
Yeah.
we're keeping it
Okay.
light. We're keeping it light. I mean, we could do a
Politically
Patreon
correct.
episode, down the road sometime and really ask the hard hitting questions.
I didn't know
like,
YouTube got so political though, but I can imagine that's fucking hard to to
YouTube
do that
is a
every day,
tough
every
game.
video.
It's a tough game.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. And you've been
It's
killing it. You've been consistent. You have a brand. Like these are things that they teach you, you know. And like I did like a modeling school. We did like 6 to 7 hours every Saturday.
What kind of modeling did you do, or do you
runway? I did. I'm not skinny enough anymore, but
Wait, what?
literally. So like
Wait,
imagine this. So you go
what?
in every single Saturday, and you have to like interview for this at least 3 or 4 times over months. Pay a lot of money, and you go in every Saturday for about 4 to 6 hours, depending on what level you are at it. And you get in a bikini with the 30th prettiest people you know. And they just measure you in a line. They write it on a whiteboard, and you go up and down ranks, literally. And you do this for 2 years. And then you compete in this giant competition that you pay another $2,000 for. And, you know, but it's where Ashton Kutcher got signed, Jessica Biel. So, like, they have marketing for it. And I remember I was so favored for it. I was killing it for about a year, and I choked so hard at the competition. They had a giant stage, and they had a different stage walk down where you're supposed to like go up a handmade staircase to get on the stage, walk around, and then go down the handmade staircase so you go down another stage. And I walked backstage to the real stage, and then you're not cued in anymore. So like I just had to hide back there until I found the balls to like walk back out, like and find the way. So I didn't get signed by anybody big, and it destroyed me. And then I got into acting after that, but yeah,
Okay.
it was hard.
Wild.
Do you
Wait,
still model?
so-
or did that like totally fuck you up? Sorry, Dave.
Instagram was a little bit harder, honestly. Instagram was something that also made me really want to step away from that in general.
How so?
I used to. Have you ever heard of Visco?
No.
Uh,
Wait,
Vis-
VSCO?
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's like an app where you literally just post pictures, but you can't really engage with other people in the way that like you don't have likes, you don't really get comments, like you know it's very
It's just a
private.
gallery.
Yeah, but you can see other people's things. And my God, I used to do self-timer photo shoots. So half of the things on my Instagram, I have had 14 magazine publications that were all self-timer shoots. So that means I took the picture, modeled the picture, edited the picture, uploaded the picture, published the picture. And these are things I'm so proud of that, you know, still, even though they were like 4 years ago, I was really doing that. I would wake up at like 6 in the morning, just start my own hair and makeup to do my own shoot when no one was around. I go in cornfields. I broke a lens once taping my tripod to over my toilet so I could get into my bathtub to film like something still in water in freezing cold water because this takes me 45 minutes to get the picture I want. And, you know, those are all things that nobody ever asked me to do and I had no benefit from, no financial gain. You know, I'm not going to get anything from this, but it's something that makes me so happy to be awake for and alive for. And if this is how I get to spend my time, then hell yeah. And if somebody ever supports that, you know, that's why you overcompensate with kindness. You know, I'll show you 2 of the things I'm talking about.
And so, you said you got jobs based off of these things?
I got some publications. So that just means an article
published
would
your
either
picture?
interview me or
Oh.
so I don't know if your camera is looking at me. So this is the article where it's called The Self-Timer Girl. And so like these things are all, these were just like, this is my grandma's handmade dress.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably took that picture 112 times till I found one that actually worked. Self-timer, I found out how to edit during that one, really. These were like more experimental. But
And this is on your Instagram?
yeah,
What's your handle on Instagram?
Sadie Lipomanis. So SADIELIPOMANIS. But I copied the Stuart's Wiseman campaign once, and terrible editing. Like you can see like how bad the sheet looks, right?
I mean,
You can
for
see
the
it. Call me.
untrained eye, I
Yeah.
mean,
But for a train night, I had the actual creative director that, you know, made that. I think it was like a $15 million campaign, you know, messaged me and was like, incredible job. Like, you know, that is so cool. Keep it up. And I've been getting those little reassurances for my whole career that are the reason that I'm okay with like my family not totally getting it or not having that support. It's the right people will get it, people that care. And that's all I want to surround myself with. So that's what I do.
Who's your support system in real life if it's not your family?
Again, the people I met during Gossip Girl, those people will always be the people who probably understand the placement of my career right now because they're all in similar levels. But a lot of them did Broadway, and they have been getting a lot of business on Broadway. You know, especially since COVID's been done, it's been a demanding industry, and dancing is way different than in singing than what necessarily I'm doing. People that want to be collaborative, like that will write scripts or shorts, so they'll create like a little stupid 2-minute video that has literally no purpose, but it might help establish your brand or help you just with the practice of the art and get your ideas out into the world, which is something that I really think you have to do if you want to actually make it, is you have to produce your art, your anything, meet people, whatever it is, you have to be active and the involvement in the world.
Earlier, I think like as what we do, I think we should be trying to post on something every day if we could. Like,
so hard, yeah.
It's
hard. But that's the thing.
That's at that point, like we would always have to be like taking new photos or like doing something.
But that's what I was trying to get at. Like when I did the Instagram thing too hard, you know, you'll lose. You know, I was told by so many superior people of like what I had to do to be this successful. You look up to accounts so hard, and you think that success looks a certain way, and you try to mold yourself to fit those things that had that success at that level, and you'll lose yourself. And that's not what a star is. A star never loses themselves. You have to stay true to yourself constantly. You get attraction. You don't have to seek it. As long as you're producing something in the world, the right people will find it. It's just a matter of time and patience. And that's one of the most frustrating things about being an artist is the world might not be ready for you and you're ready for the world. But
the world's certainly not
that's
ready
why
for
not
us.
everybody wins an Oscar, right? There are people that give up along the way, and they're supposed to. They're not people cut out for it because they don't actually love it. Because if you actually love it, you'll never give up, right?
No, you're right. We're going to have a show on Sirius XM one day.
I believe it for a fact.
Is
And
that
I'll
right?
be one of the guest stars one day, and you'll play this clip, and I'll be like, let me start a knock-knock or like some kind of joke now so that I can finish it in 10 years.
Yeah, that should be good.
That'll hold up.
You'll be like,
That'll
oh my
definitely
God.
hold up.
What do you say to a naked girl in a Ferrari? In 10 years, I'll answer that joke.
Okay.
And on that note,
Manifest, right?
Sadie, thank you so much for coming and hanging
thank
out
you
with
for
us
having me.
and putting up with my nonsense and all my stuff. And
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. And like I said, not the last one. I definitely believe in this podcast, and I can't wait to tell people I know about it.
Awesome.
really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
that. Real quick, again, tell the people where they can find you. If you even
Well,
want them to find you.
You'll find me one day, hopefully in a movie that you fall in love with, and that's the way I prefer you find me.
There you go.
But if you are too intrigued, you can be on Instagram at SADIE LIPOMANIS.
There you go.
And
We'll put
Uh,
links and stuff in the
yeah,
in the
yeah.
description.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
all her info will be in the description.
I might even
And-
put it on the screen for you. We'll see.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, how about
fancy,
that?
fancy.
Yeah.
I won't even sleep tonight thinking about it.
Aw. Guys, as always, you can find us at the Two Clouded Mind Show on all social media and on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to follow us individually, I'm at Little Guy Kris 28
DC in the City on all social media.
at the Kona Demarist on Instagram. Whoa, where did that voice come from?
Crazy ghosts in here.
Again,
But also,
guys,
don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you can get updates about every video that is posted. And it's always worth a like and a comment if you're having an opinion that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Love it.
You want to get it off your chest, leave it in the comments. Thank you guys so much. We love you. See you next week. Stay clouded.
It's so haunting.